who has the special gift of the more you fire at him, the bigger he gets.
Yeah.
You know, the larger he
Yeah, I
gets
agree.
and the more empowered. That's him. That's what's happening. And the left doesn't
must
see it.
win to preserve the Constitution. He must win to preserve democracy in America.
Imagine how much of a badass you have to be to turn up to the rally where your first assassination attempt happened and bring Elon Musk with you, giving a speech incredible. But before watching that clip, let's see what the media has to say about this.
Ryan, you've written at length about the Trump-Musk alliance. I know you say tomorrow's rally is a full circle moment. What do you mean by that?
Well, you know, in the moments after the assassination attempt, that's when Elon Musk, who had been kind of already thinking about endorsing Trump, that's when he tweeted out, "I'm fully going to back President Trump in this election. This is the moment that I'm choosing." And he went full bore into it. He started tweeting photos, that iconic photo of President Trump holding up his fist, bloodied from the ear. And he bought into those emotions. And so now he's going back to Butler. He's kind of closing that loop. He is going to lend his support.
Well, what do you think Musk gets out of it?
There's plenty, and there's plenty of potential conflicts of interest. We're talking about a guy who runs multiple companies that are under investigation by government regulators. I think of something like NHTSA, which is investigating Tesla for its self-driving, or the FAA, which is investigating SpaceX. And so you have a marriage or an alliance here that could end up being very beneficial to him when it comes to
They have to find something negative to say, otherwise people wouldn't watch, as drama attracts everyone. Once you support someone who is against their agenda, you will receive hate. It's very clear the media doesn't like him. They are trying very hard to say it's a conflict of interest. But if we go that way with them, they will realize pretty fast that they got no chance of winning. So let's see what they didn't like about the speech.
Come on up here, Elon. He created the first major American car company in generations, and his rocket company is the only reason we can now send American astronauts into space. Come here. Take over, Elon. Yes, take over.
Hi, everyone. As you can see, I'm not just MAGA, I'm dark MAGA. Well, first of all, I want to say what an honor it is to be here. And, the true test of someone's character is how they behave under fire. And we had one president who couldn't climb a flight of stairs, and another who was fist pumping after getting shot. Fight, fight, fight! Blood coming down the face. Now, America is the home of the brave. And there's no truer test than courage under fire. So who do you want representing America? Yeah, absolutely. And I think this election, I think it's the most important election of our lifetime. This is no ordinary election. The other side wants to take away your freedom of speech. They want to take away your right to bear arms. They want to take away your right to vote effectively. You've got 14 states now that don't require voter ID. California, where I used to live, is just passed a law banning voter ID for voting. I still can't believe that's real. So how are you supposed to have a proper election if there's no ID? It's just meaningless. And free speech is the bedrock. No ID. It's just... So how are you supposed to have a proper election if there's no ID? It's just meaningless. And free speech is the bedrock of democracy. And if people don't know what's going on, if they don't know the truth, how can you make an informed vote? You must have free speech in order to have democracy. That's why it's the First Amendment. And the Second Amendment is there to ensure that we have the First Amendment. President Trump must win to preserve the Constitution. He must win to preserve democracy in America. Yes. This is a must-win situation. Must win. So I have one ask for everyone in the audience, everyone who watches this video, everyone in the live stream. There's one request. It's very important. Register to vote. Okay? And get everyone you know and everyone you don't know, drag them to register to vote.
Elon gives us the bottom line. Trump got a win. Democrats are trying to get rid of free speech. We can see it. As the current administration did. Censor people who they didn't like. Secondly, they are trying very hard to take guns away with a fancy way of saying it. But essentially, we know what they are trying to do. I can come up with others. Examples such as men and women in sports, puberty blockers, not showing an ID to vote, and bring up countless illegal immigrants. So yeah, Trump needs to win.
And sort of, Lena, to David's point, this is a minority movement, and yet, the race is close. You look at national polls, you look at battleground state polls. It is close within the margin of error. I'd love your reaction to Donald Trump's speech, but also your thoughts on that aspect of this campaign.
It was a really strange speech, Jonathan. It's always surreal to sit and watch Donald Trump, and I think there were attempts to try to connect with people on an emotional level and to try to have empathy for the people who were harmed and who lost their life. But he fails in every single way possible, and when he goes off the prompter and attacks Democrats, speculating that they had something to do with what happened to him, that's when he becomes the person that is so dangerous for the future of our democracy. The reason why this race is close is because it is a cultural movement, but also because this is a movement grounded in white supremacy. This is a movement grounded in the idea that America should be one way when in this current moment our demographics are shifting to a more diverse, multiracial democracy. And there are people in this country who do not want to see that future take shape. And about half of the country does not participate in politics. So what we have is a split of that other half. And unfortunately for us, that means that we have elections that are this close.
Now before you lose your mind, let's take it slow. White supremacy. They are trying to say, you are a white supremacist because you want to vote for Trump. So for everyone out there, be careful you're a white supremacist because you want what you believe is better for you and for the country. So if you support Kamala Harris, should we say you're a black supremacist?